are back. We are back. We are back. And we already have the picks up on the board. We are back with you with Double D's Let's Talk College. We will touch on just a few particular close and interesting matchups between ranked opponents or big games or interesting games that are that we choose of our choosing for the weekend. And this weekend we chose Illinois versus Nebraska. That is a ranked on both ranked opponents. We have Utah versus Oklahoma State. We have Tennessee versus Oklahoma, and we have USC versus Michigan. The two bottom ones are the two biggest interesting because they're the two marketable big names. But the game that's going to be interesting, in my opinion, bro, is a Nebraska Illinois. Both these teams, Big Ten, young players, new cast, and in particular with Nebraska after coming off that Colorado win where we saw Dylan Riola do his best Patrick Mahomes imitation, in which he obviously idolizes Mahomes and he tries to imitate a lot of his throwing style, and we both selected Nebraska in this game. The reason why I picked Nebraska is not really Riola. It's more about their run game and the fact that I trust Matt Rule on the college level where he's failed at the pro game. I think he's meant to be more of a college coach. They play defense hard. They have that attitude. The same thing I mentioned about the Raiders and the Jets. That's how Nebraska's defense and their mindset is coming to the game. Uh, I think they win this game by at least 14 points. I think Illinois will keep it close for a while. Both teams are sound. They play defense and run the football. But I think Nebraska just has a few more talented pieces. What about you, man? Why you pick
Same,
Nebraska?
same. I feel like Nebraska is going to has the more talented team.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it'll be a good matchup, a good football game. I
Okay.
just feel like with the running game that Nebraska has, like you talked about, Matt Rule is a better college coach than he is pro
Mm-hmm.
coach. But with them being able to run the ball and the talent that Riola is, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
they're going to be able to make just one or two more plays to get them
Mm-hmm.
the victory.
Okay. We move on. This is interesting because I chose with an intention Utah versus Oklahoma State. I'm gonna ask you first, bro. What made you pick Utah?
I went with Utah because Utah is always a physical team. They're
Hmm.
always a talented team.
Hmm.
Cam Rising is in his 33rd year. Uh, but honestly, I went with them because Ollie Gordon has gotten off to a pretty slow start
Hmm.
this year, and I'm hoping, based off my pick, that the Utes are going to be able to corral and contain him some more. I
Yeah.
just feel like Cam Rising, he should be able to make more plays. He's getting, if I'm not mistaken, he should be completely healthy now. Um,
Yeah. Now he is a little banged up, and
oh, okay.
I think he's questionable right now for this game.
Oh, well, if he ain't playing, then I'm gonna salute, move my icon.
I
Yeah.
think that's one of the reasons that I didn't necessarily go with Utah. I think he's questionable right now. He's pushing to play the game, but coming off of last year,
I see it right here.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, he's questionable
Everything's
for this
pushing
game.
towards him playing.
Yeah. So
Okay.
if he plays, I can see where this is gonna be a very interesting game anyway, in my opinion. They got them in. Dude, I didn't know if who the home team was. I didn't catch that. Is it at Utah?
It's at
That's
Oklahoma State.
okay. I was right then. Okay. Yeah, I'm sticking with my pick definitely. I think Oklahoma State wins this game. Of course tight. But I think there's a tough place to play there.
Yeah.
Um, I think they still have, I think Ali gets off this game. It's gonna be some tough physical yards he's gonna have to go though. Um, that's pretty much it for me. If you want to do the bottom two, just like we do in the pro, man, you got it.
All right. So we got Tennessee and Oklahoma. We both went
Mhm.
Tennessee. I went Tennessee. I think it's a better program. I think it's a better team
Mhm.
overall. Not to discredit anything that Oklahoma does have going, but they
Mhm.
are still kind of building. And I
Mhm.
think they're about to, even though it is in Oklahoma, Oklahoma is a tough place to play.
Mhm.
I still think Tennessee should be able to come out and truly welcome OU to
Yeah,
the SEC.
SEC. Yeah.
So that's
Uh,
that's kind of what I'm thinking.
I agree, man. The way I look at it is Oklahoma, they're undefeated, they haven't looked perfect,
At all.
through
At
at
all.
all throughout. And Tennessee has looked downright dominant. The
Yeah.
talent's there. Imaleva is everything advertised. He hasn't had to be the elite guy yet, but they have a
It's
running
in
game.
him.
Yeah, the defense is there. That what's that wide receiver they have? I think it's a freshman that they're utilizing right now. They have plenty of weapons in that offense, and it's explosive. Their defense is nasty. The front seven, of course, with what's his Pierce up front? Is it James Pierce? If I'm right, I think that's
Yes,
his
James
name.
Pierce.
Yeah,
James Pierce.
James Pierce. They got a lot of key weapon players. I still don't trust Oklahoma defensively because one thing I know about Venables, his defenses are good, but Venables, if he don't get to steal the signs and get the tips, with the signs,
Mhm.
his defenses have struggled. And ever since that has come into effect, Oklahoma, even at Clemson, there's been a little bit of a downturn. I think
Right.
Oklahoma loses this game. I think Oklahoma loses this game. It's going to be close, but I think Tennessee puts up. It's going to be a high scoring game to start out. I think Tennessee scores at least 34, 35, and Oklahoma about 24. I think it's that kind of game. They beat them by
Yeah.
about 10. That's all I add to it. I see we move on to the next one, bro.
And we both picked USC over Michigan. After watching Michigan get routed by
Hmm.
Texas,
Hmm.
seeing just the offensive continuity and how they look, defense is talented. I think the defense has some players. Just overall, they are night and day from the team they were last year. They're
Yeah.
night and day. Not to beat a dead horse or even drag this out any longer than it needs to be.
Hmm.
Very, very, very impressed with what I have seen from USC.
Hmm.
I can't think of the quarterback's name, but he's playing extremely efficient. This defense has been after it. I love the physicality that I see. The speedy receiver too. Um, I just feel like they'll have enough to take over this game in Michigan.
Yeah. That quarterback's name is Miller Moss.
Miller Moss, yeah,
Miller Moss. Yeah, I picked USC for the same reason, and it's more so also that Michigan's offense is a mess right now. I mean,
yes,
as far as for their standard and where they've been, because they're not even be able to consistently run the football like they did last year, because that quarterback hasn't been the quarterback position hasn't been what it's needed to keep a
right,
balance, to
yep,
keep all defenses honest.
yep,
Um, I think that also it's putting a lot of pressure on their defense to kind of make up for that lacks of what they don't have on offense. The defense is getting more pressure to cover for those mistakes or those the inability to be consistent overall as an offense. There's one more game I didn't put on here, but I just thought about it. I want to mention as a possible as an outlook, not let's say for an upset, but to keep an eye on, and that's Miami at USF. They got to travel to Tampa in the Raymond James Stadium to play a USF team that was pretty much in a dogfight with Alabama for a while, and they have something to prove. And this is one of those first hurdles for Miami as a trap game. I don't necessarily see it as an upset, and I don't think an upset will happen. But it's a game that I would pick to keep an eye on. Do you have one, or do you want to speak on this game?
No, I actually want to see. I want to be able to watch this game. I have an
Mm,
extremely long day tomorrow. I don't know that I'll be able
mhm.
to catch it. Um,
Yeah.
I have been impressed with what I've seen out of Cam Ward thus far.
Yes.
I just want to see
Mhm.
if he continues. Like you said, how South Florida played Alabama last what week before last?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Their quarterback is also dynamic. Their quarterback is also talented.
Yeah.
So I do want to see this matchup, and I think it will be. I think it'll be good, but I think Miami will still take it.
All right, man. Um, you got who are your Heisman front runners before we close it out? We're going into week 4. Is it still the same, or you added a new name? If you had to
Gentry,
pick your Gentry,
Gentry would be mine. I'm trying to think.
you talking about Genty?
Genty,
Yeah,
yeah. Is
Ashton
that
Genty.
Boise
Yeah,
State? Boise
yeah,
State. I would say
Ashton
Gentry,
Genty.
Genty.
Yeah, Ashton
Um,
Genty. Mhm.
him. I haven't seen a better ball player since. I haven't seen a better ball player than Travis Hunter this year.
So
For
far,
what he's
yeah,
for what he's able to do, he's still being able to intercept the ball on defense, and he's
yeah,
able to score on offense. So I
yeah.
think that alone, he'll probably have more stats than others.
Yeah.
So
All right. I throw
he,
my
he could
three.
he could be the next. He could be the next one outside of Charles Woodson. I can
Yeah,
see
I could
if he
see that.
stays healthy and everything.
Yeah. Out in no specific order for me, it's Travis Hunter, Ashton Genty, Cam Ward right now,
Mm,
early in the season for and then a fourth guy. I'll throw Carson Beck because you're still out there, and then watch I would have said Quinn Ewers, but there's some
he
things I think in that last game,
he
but
got
still what yeah,
banged up.
he got banged up again. And then damn it if we were wrong on Arch Manning. We may be wrong.
That
We
sucker
may
look
be
good, don't
totally wrong on that. Yeah. I don't know how he looked like that in high school. And it is what it is, man. You never know. But those I'll just stick with three right now. It's
he? Yeah.
Carson Beck, Cam Ward, well four, Cam Ward, Ashton Genty, and Travis Hunter right now have
The
been
re-
playing the best football.
the reason I didn't put Beck is because how piss poor he looked against Kentucky.
Kentucky.
So I feel like he came down off of that. But yeah, I can see
And
the Cam Ward.
I put him. I kept Beck in there because of the circumstance. Every team like that has that kind of game. You
Yeah,
know, the Georgia's gonna. Every national championship team usually has that kind of game, and I think this was Georgia's kind of game like that. But they're gonna have more this year. Also, a sleeper to keep out for is Jackson Dart, Ole Miss.
yes,
He has
yes.
opportunities too. But that's it. We like to thank everybody for just catching our little brief college breakdown. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. We really appreciate everyone. We'll get more in depth. Tune in to D's Corner. That's DSCORNER. Also, keep an eye out on us for Double D's Gaming. We're still
Mhm.
just this is a busy season. Football
Yes,
season is busy more so than you think. With the kids playing and us being involved in so many different things and your hands in so many jars, you
yes.
kind of balance it. So, but we'll get an opportunity when you get a chance to match Nick, we'll make sure that we broadcast that
I
that
got
way.
you. I
We'll
got you.
have that. All right, brother. But we like to thank
All right, bro.
everybody and we appreciate y'all and peace out.
Oh my God.